How do you do? It would be a little unkind to present this picture without just a word of friendly warning. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. So if any of you feel that you do not care to subject your nerves to such a strain, now is your chance to, well, we've warned you.
We'll do it live! Fuck it! Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live! Fucking thing sucks!
Well, mic's on. I had Rocket right up here, and then as soon as Bill O'Reilly showed up, he ran away because he's super based. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a very special episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. Very special, as you are aware, because I lost a fight with Rocket, and he shaved my face off because he thought it would be funny. That's why he's over there. The chair wasn't enough for him. Also, it is the 100th episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. Holy shit. For 100 episodes, definitely not in a row. But for 100 episodes, you guys have tuned in to hear me talk to myself, and I am very much appreciate that. Let's fucking celebrate. And what else do I have that would be funny? I don't really know. Fuck it, let's do it again. That's how special it is. All right. But yeah, funny thing, it being the 100 episode, first episode of the year, I have absolutely nothing to talk about. It has been a slow as fuck news week in terms of metal. In terms of the world, it's very exciting, but I was looking through all of the metal sites trying to find interesting topics. Not much. So I figured this would pretty much be an open Q&A, AMA, UFC, USR, whatever the fuck, numbers, KGB, hangout. This is going to be, let's just be a free-flowing episode. We can just pretty much chat about whatever. I'll answer comments. You guys can ask questions about whatever. And Rocket will sit back there and judge. Let me go. Say hi to the people. Rocket says, bow to your leader, Supreme Meowsy. Anything you would like to say first time with you? How's your year going? Yes, so Rocket would like to thank the president for covering up for his strikes on Venezuela. Rocket just got a little carried away. He wanted to have some fun. So thank you for trying to sell it. All right, fine, whatever. How is everybody doing? I hope you're having a good year so far and already got some awesome concerts, maybe some festivals lined up. I want to get to some comments. We've got Azure Blue says, first podcast of the year. Let's go. Happy New Year, Wyatt and Rocket. Thank you. Happy New Year to you. I hope everyone is doing well and will have a great, successful new year. Or don't. Maybe you want to have a shitty new year and be poor and complain. And go for that. Whatever makes you happy, you know? Goron, I don't know how to say the last part. So what's up, man? Says, just finished Game of Thrones season 1, but I hear that it all goes to shit in the last 3 episodes. Is that true? Well, everyone says that season 6 is like some of the most dog shit television ever and makes no sense at all because that's when they had already passed what had been written by the books and the author didn't care to finish his own fucking story, so they had to leave it to HBO executives, and that didn't go well at all. Funny thing, you would think that I'm someone who would love Game of Thrones, and I probably would have been, but I missed it when it came out. That was at the time where you had to pay for the special HBO channel, and I didn't. So I didn't see it as it was airing when everyone was watching it. I have since tried to go and binge watch it to be cool, because I watched House of the Dragon, and that was great. I really liked that. But I think twice I've tried to watch Game of Thrones. I've got through the first like 4 or 5 episodes and then was immediately like, I don't think I'm going to do this, and just lost interest. But it's one of those things like, I'm sure that 4 out of the 6 seasons are great. But I just missed that train, unfortunately. A lot of things go that way. Sharon says, Happy New Year, Wyatt. Thank you. Happy New Year to all of you. How many people still have all of their fingers? Hopefully, everybody. I'm trying to jump between some of like the first comments and then catching up with newer comments too, because it's going to be all over the place. But Night Fox, what's up? Says, imagine if your 100th live stream just so happened to be when you get 100K subscribers. How cool would that be? Yeah, unfortunately did not cross that line just yet, but I'm not complaining. Still stoked as fuck that the channel is as successful as it is. It's crazy to me. But for your other question, which American festival would you love to have your band perform at? All of them. Especially Blue Ridge Rock Festival. Nah, I mean, Maryland Death Fest would be great. Milwaukee Metal Fest, of course. But I don't know if there's a festival that we would straight up not play. Any band would be like weird not to, you know? Especially if it was Coachella. If they offered us a lot of money and we were the only metal band, that would be hilarious. But personal favorites of mine, I would say, I mean, Milwaukee Metal Fest and Maryland Death Fest immediately come to mind. But I guess the Aftershock Festival is a major, huge festival, and it's in Sacramento, California, which is pretty much my old backyard. So, I mean, if I got to perform there at some point, that would be pretty crazy. Just, it's crazy to me that there's a festival there in the first place. So if it got to that point, that would be cool. But we want to play everywhere. Everywhere that will have us. And then other places that won't. We'll just come in and play anyway. Jumping down to some of the newer comments. I like the shave. Looks great. Thank you. Yeah, I do this every once in a while, and sometimes it will scare people and freak them out, or just a jump scare. If you hate the clean shaven look and you're like, oh my God, I'm going to unsubscribe, it grows back very quickly. Don't worry. Within the next 2 episodes, it will pretty much be back to where it was. Sometimes it's nice to just catch people by surprise. Also, I unfortunately still live in California, and as soon as Christmas is over, it's just hot again, so needed to live. It was pretty crazy, though, because I usually always have the facial hair, so I'd shaved, and then I was cuddling Rocket, and it was like, wow, my face feels so light and weird now. Pull up a poll, shave versus unshaved. To be more specific, but how do I even put up a poll on here? I don't even know. I've never done that. That would probably be a good thing to know, being a YouTuber and all. Very professional show, everybody. I don't know. Get out of California. I want to. I genuinely do. My problem is, I don't know for sure where I'd want to go. I'm going to check out the Texas area when I'm out there for Hell's Heroes, but it's still not a, like, this is definitely where I want to go to thing. That's the hard. I want to live in like the woods with mountains and a river that's like 20 minutes away from major metal festivals. So Vakken, I'm just going to move to Vakken and have an umbrella all the time. Hold. Look. Projector says, evening from across the pond. What is up, man? We will be out across the pond for Terminator this year. Hell yeah. Excited to come back. If anybody needs tickets for Terminator, hit me up on the band page. Probably the best way to do it. Speaking of which, Sharon asked, when is your band going to come down to San Diego? Whenever the opportunity arises. Like, we would definitely like to. I like San Diego. Maybe if Hellshot wants to play a show or anything, we would totally be down. Right now, the show we have lined up is Terminator. There will obviously definitely be more before then. We're still putting our single together. Almost done. I'm really excited for that, to get that out to everybody. Sorry, I missed a comment here from Mr. Darkmare. What is up, bro? Ever listen to All Out War and Marauder? They are great. I don't think I have, actually. I've heard of All Out War for sure, but I don't know if I've listened to them. Oh, goddamn, the chat's going fast. You guys are awesome. Thank you all for being here and giving me things to interact and talk to you guys about. Kat says, it's 95 degrees down here in Argentina. I hate summer here. Damn. Happy summer, I guess. Or is summer even worse? That's cool from Argentina. Holy shit, I would love to visit that place. And I have to get to a super chat. Shout out to OG Penguin BTW. with 10, I think, what is that, Canadian dollars? Canada monies? I love the new clean shaven look. Thank you. And happy episode 100. My question to you is, got any shows, festivals? I got tickets to see Triumph and April Wine in, what does that say? St. Marie and Rush in Toronto. All front row too. Rush in Toronto front row would be insane. For this year, yeah, I've got some festivals lined up that I mentioned in my latest video. I'm definitely going to do Hell's Heroes, finally. Definitely going to do Maryland Death Fest. Those ones got to get checked off the list. It's crazy that I'm an American metal fan and haven't been to those yet. And then definitely doing Milwaukee Metal Fest again. Excited about that lineup. And then performing at Tolminator in Slovenia. But along with performing, me and my band will be there the whole week, hanging out, swimming in the lake, seeing awesome bands. Those are the festivals that I'm for sure going to do. Others might pop up, probably other shows in between then, but for, do I have any actual concerts themselves coming up? I'm not sure. I get distracted with so many festivals and everything that fucking what tours are even coming around? I have to check. Go see Power Trip for me. I definitely will. Do not worry. I will definitely go see Power Trip for you. That's gonna be cool, yeah. Milwaukee Metal Fest, I think, is one of the best American festivals out there. Great for new people who have not been to a festival because it's just the right size where you can run around and go crazy. But then great for older people too who want to take it slower because you don't have to run around a giant field like you're in World War I or anything. You can just go up and down a staircase. Sorry, let me get to some comments. It's hard for me to keep track of, like, should I keep up with the new comments coming in to stay on topic, or should I answer comments that came first because they came first? It's only fair, but then, like, people are responding and it gets way behind. I'm just going to ignore all of you and just stare. Where'd Rocket go? Oh, he's over on the couch. Sorry, I'm crashing through here really quick. Where the fuck did I leave off? Someone said left side of face shaving, the other half goes full caveman. I think every guy has done that at least for like a second when they've shaved at least once and like played around. This time that I shaved, it was the first time where for 24 hours, I didn't post a picture or anything because I'll explain. I did just the mustache because I've never done like just the stash before. So I decided, fuck it. Let me see what it looks like. And then I looked at it and it was like, most of the people that I can't stand in the world look like that. So I had to shave it because I was getting annoyed with looking at myself. I'm like, you look like a prick. So I saved you all from that embarrassment. The Milwaukee Metal Fest venues, my main metal place, the Rave, nice. Every time I bring a cup and they specifically ask me not to drink the tap water, but it's better than the $6. Yeah, that's a complaint I had about Milwaukee Metal Fest, is that water, I don't think it was free. They did have, the last time I went, they had free water for a while, but I don't think it was there the whole time. Definitely need free water at Milwaukee Metal Fest. I made a video, I think it was, Sick New World? I went there and I was like, holy shit, they had a lot of free water hoses for everyone. And a bunch of Europeans were commenting saying, do American festivals not have free water? And I was like, no, we don't. We get charged for everything. Surprised they don't charge for air, the dirt. Every step you take on the ground at American festival gets charged to you afterwards. Wyatt, what is your opinion of the band Devo? That one famous song is funny. Besides that, I don't listen to them at all. Oh, here's an important question. Let's see how the chat responds to this. Explosive Lobster has a very important dilemma. Orbit Culture and Testament are on the same night. Which do I see? Well, that's difficult because, yeah, I can't say one sucks over the other. Both of them are going to deliver live for sure. Even though I haven't seen Orbit Culture live yet, I'm pretty sure they will. I don't have any doubt about that. Testament I've seen a lot, and they still are amazing live. The question is, have you seen anyone before? If you've seen one live before, go see the other one. If you haven't seen either before, maybe Testament because they're a bit older. I mean, a bit. They are older, but they're not like, you know, about to be dead old. That would be my answer. If you've seen neither, I would say maybe Testament just because Orbit Culture will obviously be back and keep going. For me personally, if that was coming to my area and I was choosing, I would go to Orbit Culture just because I've seen Testament many times. I would not be disappointed in going to see Testament again, but there's your answer. What does the poll say? The chat. The poll chat. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Most of the chat is saying Testament, like by a lot. I think I'm going to Testament because my friends are going. That does make a big difference, honestly. If you have a bunch of friends going to a show, it does make it way more fun. I have been to many shows by myself before and still had a great time. That should never be an excuse to miss a band you love, but cannot deny concerts are way more fun if you're going with friends, of course. So I understand that, and I think everyone agrees. The chat seems to mostly agree on Testament. Except a very loud chat for Orbit Culture, but you're being overruled! Testament is a god band, too. There you go. Oh, shit, we got another super chat. Oh, shit, OG Penguin is killing it with a $5 super chat. Thank you. I very much appreciate that. What was the best concert you experienced of 2025? Easily for me was Nazareth, Helix, and Killer Dwarves, mainly because they stayed to meet everybody. That's cool. That makes a difference when you see how cool the band is. Best concert experience. Do bands I saw at festivals count or just concerts alone? Concerts alone, I would probably say Judas Priest and Alice Cooper. I feel like that one is kind of a easy one to choose, but that show is fucking amazing. And especially since we just lost Ozzy, still to see two other metal gods up there still being amazing on stage. Priest played a lot of songs from Painkiller, which is my favorite by them. Alice Cooper played a lot from Trash, which was an album I liked from him. That was a lot of fun. If we're talking solo independent show, probably that one. Bands I saw overall, shit, I don't know. There were some good ones. Getting to stand on the side stage for both Talk and Carcass in Iceland, that was fucking cool. That was a very cool experience. Where else did I go this year? Or last year? I went on 70,000 Tons of Metal last year. I keep forgetting that I did that. When I was trying to go over everything that went down and like all the bands I saw, I keep fucking blanking on it. I was like, what? Who played last year? Fuck. I guess it wasn't that memorable of a lineup if I literally forgot that I went on it. Holy shit. Can I look at the lineup for who the fuck I saw on the cruise last year? I remember Majestica. Who the fuck else played? This is embarrassing. Sometimes I really question if I am getting Alzheimer's and am retarded. But then other times I can easily remember things like from a long time ago or had a lot of detail to it. Where's the history? Oh, there it is. Yeah, but Jessica with Tommy, they played on the cruise. And I definitely remember seeing them play their Christmas song on a cruise ship in February in the Caribbean. That was great. I thought that was really funny. Who the fuck did I see on the cruise last year? We got... This was for last year's 70,000 tons of metal. Oh, yeah, Decapitator killed it. They were very good. Yeah. I did think that their vocalist could have had a little bit more energy now that it's coming back to me. But sound-wise, killer, band, awesome. Saw Emperor. Fintroll, super fun live. Yeah, that was good. Bunch of other ones. There's Majestica. Septic Flesh. I only caught one of their sets, but I love Septic Flesh. That was epic. Suffocation! That guy was only around for like a couple months and then disappeared. Tankard killed it. I remember that because we saw... I watched them on the side stage at Tolminator the year before. Trollfest were a blast. So yeah, I think out of bands I saw last year, the ones that stands out the most would be Alice Cooper and Judas Priest. 1,000 tons of metal. You know, I might prefer that in some ways. There wouldn't be bands playing at 4 a.m. You could see more. Let me catch back up to some comments to see where the fuck I left off. That shit, come on. Sorry, people. Doing this in real time. Someone asked, if you had the money and time, would you go to Wacken this year? Yeah, I would really like to go back to Wacken. I was just traumatized by the rain in 2012. That was biblical proportions. But I've heard from people that other years have definitely not been as bad. There's been some dry years, some years where people have gotten sunburnt. Literally, my only complaint about Wacken is how shit the rain can be when it's really bad. Besides that, yeah, I would love to go back. Would love to perform there. That would definitely be a dream come true. It is funny, though, my perspective has changed a little bit in that when I found out about Wacken, it was from Metal the Headbanger's Journey. So, to me, for a long time, Wacken was the mecca of metal, the number one spot for metal, the biggest, like, most prestigious festival. And as I've gone to more festivals and met more people, that was really just kind of like a catchphrase that caught on from the movie. Not to shit on Wacken in any way, but there were festivals before it that were huge, festivals at the same time that were huge. Like Grasspop was going at the time and it was massive. Some people do straight up prefer other festivals. And we'll tell you why. Maybe they just hate Germans. Maybe they just can't get over 100 years ago. But that was a dumb joke. Maybe they're like me and they're Californian. They're allergic to rain. They melt like the Wicked Witch. But I would definitely love to go back to Wacken. I just need a very strong umbrella or a fucking guarantee that it won't rain. Yo, Wyatt, ever heard of a series called Boysvert? If not, I would highly recommend. I've definitely not heard of that at all. So feel free to enlighten me. What? Did I miss anything? Oh shit. Another super chat from, we got a Logan Johnson. Thank you for the $5 super chat. Shout out to you, man. Really appreciate it. Have you ever considered trying out Louder Than Life, especially with the new theme park upgrade? I would definitely like to. When I was making my video and figure out my own itinerary, what festivals I'm going to, I was looking at which ones I really need to check off. Doubt that I'll be going to Louder Than Life this year. I mean, maybe, but let me look at the lineup again. But that's what I would definitely like to, because for the American like major festival, the Danny Wimmer ones, I've only been to Aftershock because it is in my neck of the woods. But oh yeah, so this year so far for Louder Than Life, they have Iron Maiden and My Chemical Romance. So I would see one of those. But I think this last year they had a whole shitload of bands. Yeah, I mean, I would love to check that out. And that, Welcome to Rockville. Any festival I've not been to, pretty much all of them I would love to check out, except Blue Ridge Rock Festival, which I almost went to, just narrowly avoided, which people who still have not gotten any refund from whatsoever. I was thinking of making a video on catching up with some of the scammers that we'd gone over before. What's happened with was it the Capulet Fest? I honestly cannot remember if that festival was the Capulet Fest or the Montague Fest, because we made so many Romeo and Juliet jokes, I literally forgot which one was the actual name of the festival. That guy fucking disappeared. Sly Guy. I've heard rumors that he works within the Danny Wimmer organization. I hope that's not true. Do a catch up on Bobon. We've done our best to forget about his entire existence. Thankful. Well, I guess if there's nothing to report, it's a good thing. It's kind of like when you don't hear from Sauron for 1,000 years. It's like, yeah, things are pretty chill. And then there'll be rumblings in the south. You'll be like, oh shit, Zanzibar's rising again. That was a whole thing. Anyone new to the channel in the last, year and a half or more, might not even know the tale of Metal Days and the Savior of Metal and Little Bo Prick. You should go watch that series. Someone asked where Rocket is, and I was looking for him. I think he's sleeping on the couch. He has so many different sleep areas. OG Penguin asked, who was the Metal Days guy? How's he doing? That was Little Bo Prick that we were just talking about. Yeah. Hopefully, no one will ever hear from him again. But, and take that as you will. I didn't mean it as cryptic as it might be, but hopefully he just fucks off forever. Yeah, nobody I think he's banished from Slovenia pretty much entirely. Axemoon says, I found this channel thanks to the Metal Days takedown. Classic stuff. Thank you. It was fun. It was fun. Oh, shit. I was scrolling. I know. I'm sorry for people. I'm kind of like jumping through comments all over the place here. But one that I happen to scroll past is going to send me on a rant right now. Eric JDM says, yo, Wyatt, any favorite racing game from EA games you had in mind? I have nothing good to say about EA games. Fuck them. Because earlier I was just trying to get 2 different Star Wars games to turn on. And they wouldn't. Because EA games is stupid and you have to be signed in their fucking server or whatever. I was going through the files, changing shit, reinstalling them. Fuck EA. I have nothing good to say about them whatsoever. They especially pissed me off this morning. In terms of racing games at all, I should find a good like VR one. That would be really cool. Racing games for me is just playing Grand Theft Auto and crashing into people. I was doom scrolling my Steam backlog earlier, trying to figure out what I'm going to get to next. As I reached the point again in Red Dead Redemption 2, I modded it the fuck out to where it's now Red Dead Redemption 3, and now I'm bored. I need to move on with my life. A $9.99 super chat from Lord Infinite. Thank you, dude. Shout out to you. Calavera at the Fillmore in MD. You should have been there. That probably would have been sick. Calavera still delivers live. I enjoyed seeing anything Calvera does and the Sepultura as well. I was never that super mad about one or the other that I could kind of go in between. But that sounds rad as fuck. Have you ever played the Metro trilogy? I heavily recommend it. I keep seeing those pop up every time there's like a Steam sale or something. I always see them pop up and they look interesting, and I never buy them. But I would be interested, but my backlog is already several years long. So I've not tried them yet. Burnout oh shit, I used to play the Burnout games. That's the type of racing game I always liked. I didn't give a fuck about the realistic Gran Turismo ones. I want to drive cars through buildings that are on fire. And Burnout was my shit. That was great. Ellie Not So Smelly, what is up? How are you doing? Says, yo, Wyatt, happy 100 episodes. Thank you. I appreciate that. Still can't believe we've been going this long. It's crazy to me. I remember doing first podcasts for, this is true for any YouTuber, but the first podcast you do, if you don't have a following already, it's very awkward usually. I would say if you have 5 people or less viewing your live stream, it is so fucking awkward. And I was there for a little bit until thankfully it caught on and talking to more people. And my friends were too. My buddy Hypnotic, I remember his live streams. I don't know if it was low, but I remember it used to be like 50 people or so, and now he gets like thousands. So if you are a YouTuber content creator, just keep swimming. That's the best advice. When I pass the 100K, I'm gonna post a video on like basically how to be a YouTuber and do it somewhat successfully, I guess. Even though I feel like I still can't give much insight on it, but yeah, that's what I'm planning on doing. But everyone will go through the lulls. I mean, it works. It's true for bands too, obviously. Playing shows to no one there. Same thing. If there's less than 5 people at your show, it can be really fucking awkward. I've definitely been there. So you just got to do it for fun. Entertain yourself until people also are entertained. HG Slayer fan says, Wyatt, I'm low flow Kirkuinly. What? Curious, what are some bands I should check out? Dark Insanity. Disciples of Death. My guitarist Daniel's other band. Very old school grimy death metal. I've performed with them before. Guillotine. And Pythagoras, my bass player's 2 other bands. I think he's still in Guillotine. Also brutal fucking bands. Everyone from the Long Beach area. Pretty much a lot of them are brutal as fuck. Anubis, my homie's band. They're good speed, power kind of mix. Melodic death metal-ish vibe. Check that out. Cole Bassett's left foot, not the right one, says, no one watching your live stream, 5 people at your concert. That is a Spinal Tap moment. Pretty much. But the worst thing in that moment is, well, actually, let me stop myself. Because I was going to say the worst thing you can do in that moment is just look bored as fuck and look like you can't stand being there. Because that's no fun for anyone. But at the same time, you don't want to overdo it. Because it's always awkward as shit when a band is performing to like nobody and they're really going and they're like, let me see a fucking mosh pit, and like trying to do it and no one is vibing at all. That's always awkward. You got to find some in between. Make sure you're having fun. That is every single show that my band performs. No matter how many people are there, my thought is that we're going to have fun. So, and if people are there, hopefully it's not 0. Hopefully they will have fun too. Why does Dark Insanity make patches? We haven't yet, but we definitely need to. I have a goal this year. We're going to have patches and we're going to have merch at shows and be more professional and be a real fucking band. God damn it. By the way, this is the 100th live stream episode, and it shows right here we are at 100 concurrent viewers right now. It says we got 92 on YouTube. We got 4 on, what is that, Twitch? I forgot I even had Twitch. And we got 6 watching on X, so more than 100. So shout out to everybody. 100 for the 100. I think we need another 50 cal breakdown. For the 100, we will be debuting Dark Insanity butt plugs coming very soon. Specifically for Ellie Not So Smelly. If you pay extra, we will engrave it for you. Shay says 50 cal breakdown came in at the right time. Yes, you did. That's America, goddammit. This year, for 2026, I need to go out and do a collab with Gun Drummer. Definitely going to happen. I want to go out for him and Twista, the rapper, have been doing this gun music like weekend thing. It's not very big at all. It's maybe 100 people or less, but it's, I wonder if there's video of it. I know he was posting on Instagram. He invited me to it, but it was just last minute and the algorithm wasn't nice to me, so I wasn't doing great at the time, but hopefully this year I can go out to it. It was a couple of people. It was out in a field. It was Twista, the rapper. He was hosting it. Gun Drummer. I think the drummer from, what was it? Born of Osiris or something like that. Hunt the Dinosaur. Hang on, I'm looking for it right now. I forgot about this. This is not from that, but we've got Gun Drummer doing a cover of Crazy Train with Twista with a flamethrower. That's what the fuck we are talking about. Do I have the Gun Club clips? Maybe it's on Hey, I want to find this because it was funny as fuck. Where are we at? Someone asked, do you like Born of Osiris? I would have to listen to them again to be sure. Make a song where Rocket is the vocalist. He'd just be cussing everybody out. Sick from the Kush said Gun Drummer plus Twista. That wasn't on anyone's bingo card. Dude, they're bros. They actually collaborate quite a bit. It's cool. I don't want to like leak any, but he's told me that like a couple of big artists will hit him up because they love the shit he does. He was posting today. Joe Rogan was watching his stuff. Where can I find? Look for it. This will be worth it, people. Pause for dramatic effect, as I like to say. By the way, if you want proof that YouTube can just totally crush people's spirits, when I got into Gun Drummer's channel, he was getting like millions of views per video. And now YouTube decided like, hey, we don't like gun stuff. And now he gets like a couple of thousand. It's insane. Hold up. I'm trying to find the right one. Where's the chat? I can't leave you guys hanging. Who needs a professional flamethrower when you can use a can of hairspray and a Bic lighter? Exactly. When is Rocket coming with you to Milwaukee? I would love that. I wish I could take him on trips, but he probably wouldn't enjoy it that much. Oh, I think, is this it? Sorry, this is taking. I'm trying to find it. It will be cool. I don't know why it's not popping up. Anyway. Well, I can't find it. You're going to have to take my word for it. It was cool. Anyway. Let's talk about other shit, I guess. Tom Tobin says, hey, Wyatt, your forehead is so big and wide that it can be used for a billboard. $1,000 advertising space, people. If your band or company would like a sponsorship on here, hit me up starting at $1,000. As the hairline recedes, the price will go up. So get in while you can. If you want the best advertising space on YouTube. Oh, someone said there's a... Oh, shit. Sorry, I missed it before. We got OG Penguin dropped another super chat, another 5. Thank you, sir. I'm sorry. I was busy with doom scrolling Instagram, trying to find entertaining shit. God damn it. You met some very cool singers and bands. Some of my best I met were Ted Newton. That's cool. Olive Helix and Not Metal, but I met Chad Kroeger of Nickelback. How was he? He was probably, he doesn't seem like a stuck-up dude. People just make jokes about Nickelback. Ted Nugent is a very controversial figure, but oh my God, I would love to just hang out with him and talk about shit. Talk about music, guitar. Like, oh, that would be awesome. He's crazy Uncle Ted for sure. But man, that would be fun. When he was on Joe Rogan, that was a blast. Quick scalp him for more advertising space. That will cost more. This is America. We don't do anything for free. Trying to get that oil. Did I miss anything else? Hold up. My second time asking this, but what is the most underrated band because they sing in a foreign language? Again, me personally, Albunta. I probably said that totally wrong. Goats of Finnish rock. Oh, greatest. Okay, we're finished talking about goats, man. You're confusing me. Because they sing in a different language. Thankfully, that's not much of a barrier anymore. My phone has a translator on it. Next time I see a band that doesn't speak English, I'm just gonna look at it and read the lyrics. Definitely not Rammstein. That's not held them back in any way at all. I don't know. Because, like, maybe Arcona. Arcona's a great band. They're all in Russian. Perhaps them, but I mean, they've come to America occasionally and still tour around and well known. It's no fun singing in any other language. I don't know. That's a good question. What do other people have to answer for that? People say Kraftwerk, Korpiklani. They're well known though. Like, everybody knows Korpiklani. Oh shit, we got a super chat of 10. That's pounds, right? Is it pounds or euros? It's euros. I'm American. If you can't tell, we like guns and explosives and don't know anything outside of our borders. We didn't even know that Venezuela was a different country. We thought it was ours. Congrats on episode 100. Recommend checking out the Summer Breeze Festival. Greetings from Slovenia. See you at Tolminator. Hell yeah. Shout out to you. I'll see you at Tolminator. Summer Breeze is another one I'd love to go to. I just haven't yet. I know that one can rain fucking badly too. A friend of mine I've been to a bunch of festivals with, she did Summer Breeze a couple years ago, like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And she told me that it rained so badly the whole time. The mud was so bad that when she got home after the festival, she had a nightmare that she was still at Summer Breeze. Most of us, we have nightmares that we're in our normal boring world, and then we go to the festival. Imagine your dream at the festival is worse than your everyday life. Yeah, that was nuts. When I was young, before I ever went to Vakken, I would literally have dreams of going there. So that was really funny to me to hear that story. That said, it can't rain all the time. Forgot what movie that was from. And I don't understand why Nickelback gets so much hate. It's Nickelback. What do you mean? We can expand on that in a minute. But a $5 super chat from Xander Dawson. Thank you, dude. Thank you to everybody. Really appreciate the super chats. Means a lot. I feel loved on this 100th episode. If you were to put together a festival, who would you want to perform, headline, what genres, and how big, small, or big open air? Man, that's a lot you're throwing at me right there. I've definitely throughout the teenage years was thinking about Dream Festival, and you get all these major bands. Obviously, I think it would be easier to put together a mid to small festival than a major, Hellfest one. And that said, it's not going to be easy, but I don't know. I think I would say for me personally, I would probably want slightly bigger than Milwaukee Metal Fest. I really like that one, but if there was like another tier headliner above what they're currently getting, not to shit on them. I'm just, this is my dream world. We'll have the Milwaukee Metal Fest lineup, but then we'll get Slayer to headline or fucking, I don't know, Bloodbath or whoever. I think that type of range is best. When you get to like the Iron Maiden, the major Linkin Parks and stuff you need to bring in, that removes all the corporations come in. That's usually how it goes. Corporations fuck everything up. But what genres? I would want to cater to everything. Because I like that. I like when there's a power metal stage, there's a black metal stage, there's a death metal stage. I like that figure especially. Most festivals, it's mixed. It's more kind of on the level of how big the bands are. So at most festivals, you could see Marduk and then right after see Hammerfall on the same stage. I really like how Hellfest does, where if you mostly like death metal and there's no one you particularly want to see for 4 hours, you can just go to the death metal stage and you will find something you like. So I would want to do that. I would want to have something for all genres. I would want it outdoor, for sure. Outdoor is the best. Or a mix. Half and half. My answer to your entire question is yes. A mid-sized festival that has indoor, outdoor, but like a headline status of stuff along the lines of Anthrax, size of Megadeth, stuff like that. But obviously catering to the extreme. It's not just going to be an old people fest. Old people are welcome, but in what location? Damn. Somewhere woodsy for sure. Definitely something woodsy. You need a big field. My hometown as big open field areas I always thought would be really good. I think they probably build a bunch of stupid houses over it now. But let's say it would probably be in America, unfortunately, because I'm here. But I would probably want to aim for somewhere towards the middle of the country that has is near major airport. That'd be the best because then it's easy for everyone to get in. Something like in Texas or maybe north of it, I guess. I don't know. If I could do anywhere in Europe, I'd have my own, or anywhere in the world, I'd have my own cruise ship. I like how you're a confirmed metalhead, but there's a Blues Brothers poster behind you. Hell yes! Blues Brothers was a major inspiration for me. That's what the sunglasses comes from. That is one of my favorite movies of all time. I can quote every single scene of that movie. Me and a buddy of mine from the UK, we will just randomly quote that movie all the time. Yeah, you're not a music fan if you don't love Blues Brothers. Come on. Nor a comedy fan. Ken on Faber headliner. Headlining the second stage. Yeah, that'd be a perfect one. I would want bigger than that to actually headline, but hell yeah. Bands that fucking bring it. My mom is a huge Blues Brothers fan. Mine too, actually. My mom definitely got me into Blues Brothers. We're on a mission from God. The band, Elwood! The band! Someone said near an airport's a sick idea. Let's do at an airport. How about that? So as soon as it's over, people just get on the plane, fly away. If you're coming in late, you won't miss anything. You can see the bands from the plane. That would be perfect. Let's just take over Old Airport. Each terminal will be a different stage. Maryland Death Fest is sort of similar. There's a stage that has mostly melodic death metal and black metal, another with grind punk, power violence, and the outdoor stages are usually a mixed bag. What looks interesting about Maryland Death Fest, it looks like some of the stages is right in the middle of the fucking street. Because I see the videos of bands playing, and then it's like Ross, Albertsons, McDonald's. Is it just like right fucking there in a parking lot? I mean, I wasn't expecting like mountains and nature and shit, but how much for the women? The girls. Well, what was I thinking about for that? I don't remember. That came to mind recently. I love that scene. It's so fucking funny. How much for the women? On 70,000 Tons of Metal, whenever I've gone into the big main dining hall, I always feel like that scene. It's way too fancy. You feel like you're not supposed to be there. Just eating like a fucking monster. Shit. You guys are being generous with the super chats. Damn, I appreciate it. Shout out to all of you. We got OG Penguin, by the way. I thought Rocket moved. Ted was awesome. Uncle Ted. I went with my dad, who was very excited too because he saw him back in 1982 with Cheap Trick and Coney Hatch. Check out that last one. Cheap Trick and Ted Nugent 1982 is fucking amazing. Probably have some great drugs at the time. You know, it's funny that I was just in the metal news world that Ted Nugent and Tom Morello were friends. They obviously differ greatly on politics. I would absolutely love to hang out in a room with both of them and just be chatting about music and shit at the same time. I think that would be cool. They could argue about politics too. That would be fun. I would enjoy that as well, but that would be cool. And then Xander CM5BG with 20 DKK. I'm going to be honest, I don't know what that is, but thank you. Thank you for the super chat, for real. I really appreciate it. Going to Rockstadt. Any bands you could recommend? I want to go to that festival. That seems legit. It's moved to a new location, isn't it? So I don't know how close it is to Dracula's castle like it was before. But as soon as I found out there was a festival in Transylvania, I was like, what? I want to go. Let's see. Rockstadt line up. Definitely Godsmack, the most hardest of the hardcore. That's so weird. It's like, Arch Enemy, Deicide, Orbit, Culture, Slot, Prevail, Godsmack. They're hitting every festival. It's weird. Lamb of God, Kill It Live. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. It'd be like, no, they're too mainstream. Lamb of God are amazing live if you haven't seen them. I would be curious who the new Nevermore are. Orbit Culture and Deicide together. That's cool. Perturbator is a party. They're one of the like sort of EDM synth music that is just welcomed in metal for some reason. Not complaining. But Perturbator and the other one, Carpenter Brute, they clearly don't perform metal music, but they perform at every metal festival, and they always have big crowds, and everybody loves it. So see that one out if you like after parties. Check that one out if you like after parties. I am retarded. Decapitated. Definitely go see them. And then Municipal Waste to get bruises. It's a pretty good lineup. It's pretty good. What do people in the chat say? Am I missing anything? They're probably doing it because they need money. Well, yeah, for sure. Ew, Denmark was mentioned. Damn. Got international fighting in the chat. Peeling Flesh is the shit. They're one of the slam bands, more recent slam bands that I can stand. If I was going to a festival they're playing at, I would check them out. Oh yeah, Manson's playing Rockstadt, and Sabaton's playing too. Is this old? Their website needs to catch the fuck up. I forgot Manson was announced because people were whining and crying about it. It's the 90s all over again. All right, this is being shown, right? All right, this should be the full lineup. I have not checked out Castle Rat yet. I need to look at that because there's been lots of talk about them. Ones that we didn't fit for an Autopsy's Brutal Live. Fu Manchu! Immolation always deliver. If you've not seen them, awesome death metal band. We got Manson. You know, Manson is now 5 years sober, and he is much better live now. If you are a fan of Manson's music, I would recommend seeing him now. Maybe not 10 years ago, but now for sure. When I saw him in 2019, he was great. So he probably only got better. Municipal Waste, Nevermore, Very Secret. Pentagram's great. Of course, Sabaton. I like Sabaton. Don't care what anyone says. Sorry, Lilith. She's probably tuned out right now, unsubscribed. Those are my answers. I got to check out that festival. That one would be really cool. Don't talk shit about Denmark. We got to fight. We got to fight going in the chat. I don't have anything funny to play for it. Damn it. Immolation ruled. They've always been solid as fuck live. Immolation's like Obituary. They play a lot of festivals, but no one ever complains because they always fucking deliver. Everyone is happy. Seeing Obituary or Immolation live and Incantation is like having a very good burger. You know what you're getting. It's not going to be like groundbreaking, but it's going to be fucking satisfying. Tom Tobin says the new Cheap Trick album is pretty good. They have a new album? They're still alive? Are you two still living? I saw Cheap Trick a long time ago. Fuck, I don't even remember. Oh, gee, that had to be like, what, 2010 or something? I remember seeing him with like a 5-neck guitar. I remember liking it. That's all I got. Hang on, I missed some chats here. Let me catch back up. I'm very out of order, unprofessional. Oh, I got to ask you guys, what would you want the next video on the channel to be? I am taking recommendations. I have some in mind written down, but definitely want to hear from the fans. What am I doing? Halloween seemed interesting. Unfortunately, Rockstadt is overlapping with Terminator this year. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely, obviously, missing Rockstadt. Not even because we're playing, but if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely pick Terminator. But still want to check that out. Deadhead Maria, I think, says, dude would love to go back to a metal show, been since 2017. Damn! You're about to be 10 years since a metal show? You definitely need to scratch that itch. That's crazy. I hope you can get out to one real soon. Tom asks, hey Wyatt, do you have anything else to add to the Dogma drama? Not since my last video. The last video was where I found an old article that showed that the Dark Messiah, Alvaro Rabicino, the guy who was like, I wrote all the stupid songs and came up with everything, but it totally wasn't me that was screwing the girls over. Found an article saying that he totally screwed over female acts in the past that he was weaseled his way into managing. So if you haven't seen that last update, then definitely watch that one. But since then, at the moment, no. I'm not going to tell people what they should do, but you shouldn't support either band. That shit is lame as fuck. I don't know. I like bands where the members write the music and it's actually real. Why the fuck does it need to be put? Why do you need to rely on anyone who's not in the fucking touring band to do anything? Listen to real bands that have people write real songs. A $5 super chat from Logan Johnson. Shout out, dude. Thank you. I saw Municipal Waste at Louder Than Life 2025, and I was upset that no trash cans were being thrown. Oh, well, they still put on a good set. Yo, that could be for, well, two reasons come to mind. One of them might have been, I'm assuming Louder Than Life probably has a big photo pit area, so it probably would have been hard maybe come running out with it and just deck a cameraman in the face, as funny as that would have been. But also, I believe it was the last time Jamie Josta was on the show, and he said that he had to tell Tony to not throw trash cans because venues get mad. It's not Josta saying, hey, that's not cool, don't do it. But people can complain and argue to sue or whatever if you hit them in the face with a trash can. I love the trash cans flying too. It's really fucking funny. I've seen Municipal Waste at big places where there's lots of trash cans flying around. Seen them at small venues where people were like wearing the trash can and running around. We all love the trash can, but legal people don't. So that's my assumption for whenever you don't see it. That's probably why. Let's go, Tony. Even though he totally stood me up on the channel before. Municipal Waste is going to stand you up. Daniel Torres says, I remember you mentioned making a video on how metal does not promote white supremacy. That would be cool. I did say that. I was working on it. I wrote out a couple of paragraphs. It's one of those things where, I don't know, I'm happy to, but it's kind of one of those where I'm like, do I have to talk about this shit to these fucking idiots still? I've mentioned this when I was on the Into the Necrosphere podcast. Whenever it comes to political, controversial topics, there's half of me is like, try to have open, real conversations to hear people out. And then other half of me is like, I don't want to talk to these fucking retards. I don't have to explain anything to them. But I can definitely do that if there's enough demand for it, because I was already writing out like the Japanese metal scene, other cultures that bond over it, and how I love that. I really feel like metal is one of the few entertainment outlets that can be actually genuinely diverse and multicultural. And I know people are gonna be like, you're a woke loser, but what I mean by that is that a band from Botswana can either like play music about their culture in metal and incorporate it in the metal and make it still real, actual, genuine metal music, but with hints of the actual culture, like how Sepultura did with their Roots album, and then how like folk bands do. Or they could just be a brutal death band, grind death metal band, and not give a shit about that at all. I feel like metal is an art form where it can showcase other cultures without being a cheesy shit version of representation, you know, the message, DEI forcing it, but actual genuine cool shit. Because I learned about so many different cultures because of metal. And I've traveled to parts of the world I would have never been to because of metal, and other cultures loving it the same. So I can do that. Sometimes I'm like, man, fuck these people. But other times I'm like, all right, sometimes I can sit down and have an actual real conversation. But this super chat from OG Penguin, $2. Thank you, sir. Do the best comments of 2025 video, please. We need it. Oh, man. Maybe. That'd be fun. I'd have to obviously go through the videos and see which ones stand out, but I could do that. There were some good ones. There were some very good ones. Tom Tobin says metal does not promote white supremacy. Never has, and I hope it never will. It doesn't exclude people of color. It just doesn't appeal to some people of color. I think it's not even that it doesn't appeal to certain people of color. It doesn't appeal to some certain interests. It doesn't appeal to people their brains are focused on rap music mostly. There's people of all colors in that, and it depends what country you're in. That's my argument whenever people are like, oh, metal's only angry white people in music. I'm like, go see a metal show in Brazil and say the same fucking thing. Go to a metal show in Japan and say that it's only angry white people music. Fuck you. Maybe you're an ignorant cunt. Why are you playing metal if you think it's only angry white people music? Like, what? Am I wrong about that? You know? How are there going to be underground metal scenes in Vietnam and Indonesia and in Saudi Arabia and in Dubai? Just found a cool metal band from Dubai. Yeah, explain how metal is for angry white people to them, you fucking prick. Speaking of, let me pull that up because it was actually really cool. Speaking of bands people can check out. What the hell was this band's name? Shit. Fuck. I can't remember like bands I found yesterday or what I did this morning, but I could go off on Star Wars lore for hours. That's how my brain works. This is not helping. Fucking shit. Come on. Oh, I think I got it. Oh, my brain finally fucking worked. Let's give a shout out to this band. People were saying we want more bands from other places, or we want more women in metal, someone said. Simp. No, I'm kidding. But found this band recently. Clicked the wrong button. I don't think I'll get copyright for it. This band is called Gates of Gomorrah. They are from Dubai. I found out about this band because the vocalist, Sandy Sin, is one of the countless binders full of women that were asked to audition for Dogma. Thankfully, she didn't fall for it. But I became aware of her because of that drama, and check this out. And through her Instagram, I was learning a bit about the Dubai, Saudi Arabia metal scene. It's very interesting. Check out this band. New song came out, UAE-based extreme metal, Gates of Gomorrah, music video for Your Purity's Demise 3 weeks ago. Only 600 views. See if you like it. If you like it, check it out. I think it honestly takes a second to start. Copyright me. I'm gonna be honest, I did not know Dubai even had a metal scene until I found this band, so. Someone said sounds like Poppy singing, and that's fucking rude. No clean singing. No whiny breaking into the chorus. Actual death metal. That's a weird. They're from Dubai. They can have as many strings as they want. They're probably made out of solid gold. Anyway, that is Gates of Gomorrah from Dubai. I thought it was cool. I like hearing about bands from cultures you wouldn't expect, countries you wouldn't expect. Dubai is such a soulless place. I can't imagine living there. I saw someone else said that Dubai is a place of no culture. Do you guys know anything about Dubai? It's not Western culture by any means, but I would not say it's void of culture at all. There's a lot. I've actually was surprised that they do have plenty of shows. They just had Till Lindemann just perform there. I know you would assume that the whole crowd would be beheaded or something, but no, it's especially, I think UAE has especially been opening up in recent years. Pretty sure women can drive now, which, you know, there's a downside to everything, but anyway, some super chats to get here. Dubai's very Western. Oh yeah, Dubai's very Western. You think Dubai is soulless? Try living in Idaho. Dubai is not like, you know, a perfect utopia that wasn't built by slaves or anything, but it's definitely not accurate to say that doesn't have culture. Lord Infinite. Damn, I'm stupid. For $4.99. Thanks. Shout out, dude. Angry white people, they never heard of crypto then. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's such a fucking horseshit, narrow-minded view. People saying, like, metal is only for angry white people. Like, maybe you're a racist prick. Ever think about that? OG Penguin with $2. Shout out. Have you considered getting a Discord server? When I first started the channel, I did start a Discord server. I'm going to be honest, I just don't like Discord. Like, if someone else wanted to start like a Wyatt's metal fans Discord, I guess, but I don't know. I don't enjoy Discord personally. So I know some people ask for it. It'd probably be enjoyable for some, but I just don't like it. It's annoying. I don't use it. I don't use Discord. I don't use Facebook. I've mostly stopped using X now. If we got overwhelming demand for a Discord server, then maybe. But damn, I didn't get to hear the song. I had the volume on mute while I was on the phone with my mom. Well, you can go check it out now. It's illegal to be gay in Dubai. Is that still true there? I think so. They did, because that's where they just had that big comedy festival everybody got mad at, right? All of the big Western comedians went and performed there. Everyone complained about it, and some of them I thought were hypocrites for it, and some of them I didn't care about. But one of them I did hear about, one woman who went and performed with all the comedians. I don't remember her name, sorry. She was a lesbian. She still is a lesbian. she was a lesbian, went to Dubai, now she's not. But she specifically said that like it had to be okay for her to talk about like gay stuff while she was there to the crowd, and she did, and people like cheered and applauded, I guess. So that's what I heard. That's what I read. Out of all of the Middle Eastern countries, it seems like Dubai is slightly leaning more west, but yeah, human rights still sucks. I'm not saying that it's a fantastic place. I'm just saying I don't think no culture is accurate. Not a perfect haven of, you know, lollipops and dreams, but anyway. I'm sure Dubai has culture. I'm sure that everywhere has their own culture. Yeah, exactly. That's always an argument I have with some people. They'll be like, some places have no culture at all. I'm like, or you either don't like that culture or you're just not seeing it. Someone asked before in a comment, this relates to the same thing we're just talking about, so I want to find it. Fuck. Somebody asked, who is my favorite Star Wars character? Because I said I could go off for hours on Star Wars lore. Grand Admiral Thrawn, hands fucking down. Absolutely, like, basically what I think a world leader should be like. Just because he's very patient, methodical, looks at every single perspective, but also appreciates and understands and studies art and culture. I love that. The very beginning of, what was it? Heir to the Empire is his ship being attacked and he's staring at a painting and his people think he's going fucking crazy. And then he gives just the ultimate plan that saves the day when they were about to be fucked. Grand Admiral Thrawn, not from the garbage bullshit. What, that Ahsoka shithole? A shithole? Not that, not the fat one. The actual one from the books. Thrawn, military gene. Exactly. What would Thrawn do? Always ask yourself. The blue guy from Rebels. Better in Rebels than in Ahsoka, but from the book. From that one. That's the real one. Read these stories. They're so fucking good. If you're wondering, my whole library is right here. It's not like I just have it on standby at all moments. I literally have the Art of War right here too. Grab both of them whenever something happens. And it was so artfully done, yeah. Was it that? Did he say art? I think, and it was so artistically done. Maybe I mixed it up. It's something like that. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. For people who understand what I'm talking about, shout out to you. Hell yeah. What the fuck are we doing? Would you ever consider performing in the UK? Hell yeah, absolutely. Whenever I can go there and not get arrested for hate speech, we definitely would love to perform in the UK. We would want to play everywhere, obviously. Like, I would love to play shows in fucking, now that in Venezuela, we'll be the first death metal band to play in Venezuela. No, the UK would definitely love to do, of course. I feel like you have to as a metal band. Would love to play in France, Slovenia again, and we're going to this summer at Tulminator. Hit us up for tickets. Are you concerned about your band leaving you at a gas station in the middle of nowhere? We were joking about that when that happened. I think I mentioned at our last band practice, we were laughing about it. And my guitar player said to our drummer, do you remember when we were in Europe and we were going to leave him at a gas station? And then the drummer goes, remember when we did leave him, but he caught up to us? And was fucking dying laughing. But yeah, that will probably happen. I was trying to think of how to do a GoFundMe for the trip that will actually work, because that motherfucker did a GoFundMe for doing cocaine and got $11,000. So can we get 1,500 to get Dark Insanity to go to Tulminator? If this fool can get 11 grand for nose beers, give us a fucking nickel, please, people. We won't spend any of it on nose beers. Promise you. Actual beers, that's a different story. But perform London Dungeon out of spite. London Dungeon was, I believe that was the first song I ever learned how to play on bass. When I played bass for a little bit, I was self-taught bass for a minute, and I learned some Motorhead and Misfits songs. And as soon as it got to the part where I had to actually learn how it worked and how equipment worked, I stopped immediately. Best Star Wars movie is Episode 3. I don't care what you say. I won't hate on that one. Best overall. That's so hard. For me, it's hard because it's either A New Hope or Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back, I feel like, is the best film-made Star Wars movie. But A New Hope is what started it all. And that's the one where when it comes on, I immediately feel like I'm a little kid again watching Star Wars and being like, oh my God, lightsabers. You know? I definitely think the prequels are overhated. They have many, many flaws, of course. But Attack of the Clones gets way too much hate than it actually deserves. There's really cheesy things happen in that film that make it, laughable. But the plot and the story going on is actually really fucking brilliant. I have a soft spot for Empire because it's the first one I saw. That is a good soft spot to have. Especially because the good guys lose. Fuck them. I don't like sand. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The episode 2 is unsalvageable. No, it is not. Pay attention to the political stuff going on, and it's very good. But the acting, the directing at times leaves some to be desired. But the actual plot elements, how Palpatine is seizing power and tricking all of these people into their rightful places, that's actually really well thought out. But you have to get over all of the I don't like sand. I like the prequels too, despite their flaws. Absolutely. No one's saying they don't have flaws. But I do think they're overhated. You know how Sabaton has a tank on stage? What other metal bands deserve a tank on stage besides them? Canon and Faber, of course. Slaughter to Prevail just to upset everybody. They shouldn't mention it at all. They should just have it and have people freak out. Just because I think it would be funny. 1914. Yep, great answer. When I was young getting into metal, I used to dream that, oh, wouldn't it be so cool if Amon Amarth had a Viking ship on stage? And now they do. The world is crazy. Marduk. That might get them in trouble, but that would be fun. That is a great album. Bolt Thrower. If Bolt Thrower play a show again, then they can have a tank. Kiss had a tank on stage in 1982. What for? That's weird. Rammstein can have tanks. They pretty much already do. Gun Drummer can have a tank. He has before. I'm someone who I really love a big, crazy stage show that, like, you know, there's so many things to look at. It's super cool. But then I also really appreciate when a band can just get up on stage with nothing and fucking crush it. Whenever Cannibal Corpse plays, they walk out on stage. They got nothing. And they fucking slaughter. It's brutal. It's epic. Viking ship with Ailstorm. Well, they have their big inflatable things. It's fine. The Rey era of Star Wars. What are you talking about? I completely have no idea what you mean. There's only 6 Star Wars films. Yeah, I don't understand. I don't even understand the reference there. By the way, still on Star Wars, since we're on this topic for a second. People know that I've become obsessed with modding video games. It's so much fun. I've modded Red Dead 2 into fucking perfection. There's this game that came out called Starfield that I didn't even pay attention to. It's like a space RPG. Apparently, it's an extremely mid game. But I just found out that they came out with a Star Wars mod that turns the entire game, like the entire galaxy of this open world, into Star Wars. It basically makes it a whole new game. So I bought Starfield literally just to play the mod because it looks fucking epic. So that will be cool. Creator had amazing stage performance at Tolminator, but that's not why I want to see Creator, though. I'm glad Creator's playing an old school set on this tour that they're doing right now. Sophia says, Wyatt, what do you think of Star Trek? My stepdad and me have watched them all. I never really got into it. I will jokingly mock it just as, you know, the funny rivalry between Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans. I don't actually have anything against it at all. It's one of those where I got into Star Wars and didn't get into Star Trek. I know that Star Trek is a lot more like actual science kind of influenced, and Star Wars is more mystical and space wizards. So that's more my thing. So I might jokingly make fun of Star Trek fans, but I don't actually mean it. It's just wasn't really for me. OG Penguin coming in with another $5 super chat. Shout out to you, sir. I got a cool story. I was at a show to see Smashing Pumpkins, and the opener was Jane's Addiction. The opener canceled, and they brought Our Lady Peace. Huh? They brought out Lady Peace? I don't know who Lady Peace is. I hope that show was entertaining. If it was Jane's Addiction fighting each other, that would have been great. Real men play Diablo and eat their own ass.
Boo this man!
There you go. Star Trek is for smart people, and I'm not smart enough for it. There, yeah, I'll take that same answer. I like making rocks fly with magic. I don't like learning about components of shit. I hit things with lasers and they go boom. Oh, someone said, hot take, the politics is the second best scenes in Star Wars. Number one is the battles. Well, obviously, when I was young, I liked all the laser fighting and the cool, flashy stuff. And now I really appreciate how deep the political story is, especially if you read Darth Plagueis and get the whole story of how Palpatine basically weaseled himself into power. It's really brilliant. It's fascinating to check out. And then you can appreciate all the lasers. But no, I completely agree. Like, when the prequels came out, I was a kid, so I was like, oh, these talking scenes are boring. And now I'm like, these are fascinating. Bethesda is a prime example of artistic rape, especially when it comes to Fallout and TES. There you go. I don't really have love or hate for Bethesda. Our Lady Peace is a Canadian alternative band and a band I like way better than Jane's Addiction, so my friends were happy. Nice. There you go. That's way better. That's like when I went to the Download Festival in 2010, and the band they used were supposed to perform, and they canceled, and they were replaced by Napalm Death. I was very happy with that. That was fucking awesome. Talk about a major upgrade. $5 super chat from JT Wild, I think. Thank you for the $5 super chat. I was wondering if there were any tips you could give for a first-time attendee for Milwaukee Metal Fest this year. If you can, I recommend finding a place to stay really nearby the festival, because pretty much everything's on that main street. So there's plenty of Airbnbs. There's the Ambassador Hotel. I don't know what the price is, though. I like going for Airbnbs. I find them cheaper and easier. Often you don't have to talk to people. But I recommend staying within walking distance of the festival. You can stay farther away, but it's annoying as fuck. Even a 20, 30-minute drive for Milwaukee Metal Fest it's really just rather unnecessary, because it's right in the middle of a section where there's a lot going on. You can stay nearby. If you're walking to it, it's super easy, barely an inconvenience. Well, that's the main one. I recommend staying nearby the festival. But also, what other tips would there be? Go with the flow. Have fun, as always. Shit, I don't know. Mainly that. Biggest recommendation would be stay nearby. All of the stages are indoors, so you don't have to worry about sunscreen. They have like vendors, food trucks, and stuff that's in an outside area, but all the bands you'll be seeing are indoors, so you don't have to worry about that. The bands that will be headlining the second and small stage, if you want to see any of them, you might want to fight your way in there pretty early, because they will get crowded. In Flames playing at the second stage was a sweat box, which all the Scandinavians probably liked, but it will get crowded. Bring butt wipes is good recommendation. Now, I really like how easy Milwaukee Metal Fest is. There's plenty of places to stay nearby. You can walk to it. There's plenty of restaurants nearby. The festival starts, I think, fairly late, actually. Let me check out what the set list was. Because I remember getting there like around noon or later. It's not one where you have to spend all day waiting at the front to get to the rail and fight everyone who's in your way. Whoop. Yeah, in 2024, the first bands went on at 2:30. And doors open sometime before that where you can get merch and hang out and stuff. It's honestly a really good place to hang out. Like, it's such a chill, cool festival. But that said, you can mosh the whole weekend if you want to. It's chill, but not boring. How about that's a good way to put it? But yeah, so you can sleep in a little bit. Don't have to worry about seeing bands at 9 a.m. in the rain fighting people. Someone asked, can you rent out Dahmer's apartment? No, it's not standing anymore. They actually took down the whole fucking building. Some of the other, because I think it's like it was a 3-building complex thing, and now it's basically 2. The one he was in is not there. It's just an empty field. But you can go look at the big empty lot. Last time I was there was kids playing in it. It was really funny. The first year I went, me and my friends went to the Dahmer lot, and they were taking selfies next to it because we're good people. And a bunch of other normal tourists who weren't going to the festival were coming by too. And no one's saying anything. It's not like, here's the Dahmer lot, take your picture. You know, it's just people quietly standing on the corner taking selfies, and everyone's just like snickering to each other. And I just said out loud, yeah, we're all really good people. And then everyone started laughing at the same time. But you can go see the Dahmer lot. It's funny. They have Milwaukee Metal Fest merch making fun of it. So, hell yeah. Where are we at? Josh says, what always bothered me about the prequels and the Clone Wars show is we never just get scenes of massive battles between clones and droids, right? Yeah, there's way more content you could get out. You could get epic war stories told in that time. Rebels was hit and miss. What was the other cartoon show? Yeah, because before Rebels it was called something else, wasn't it? But that one was, why am I blanking so bad on names? Yeah, there's a lot they could have done, but dropped the ball. $5 super chat from OG Penguin. Dude, you're awesome. I'm going to give you a very special. Do I have anything here? We're talking about Star Wars here. All right, anyway. My dad saw so many cool shows that I'm jealous of. His first was Ozzy Osbourne. He also saw Dio with Anvil, Ian Gillan, Era Sabbath, and many more. That's nuts. Yeah, those are some historical concerts there. Which at the time you probably don't really think that much of. You don't realize, holy shit, it's a standout moment. That was really settling in for me when Ozzy passed away, and I was like, damn, there's going to be generations now where when we mention we saw Ozzy, they're going to be like, you got to see Ozzy? Oh my God. And like, life is weird. Clone Wars. My brain is dumb. Clone Wars like had some really fucking good shit to it. The last season especially was really good. Incoming Disney with the copyright claims. We're going to get shut to see a banner pop up. It says Disney over it now. Kinky Sizemore says, who would you rather have dinner with between the 3? Boban, Tim Lambesis, or John Sly? I don't know. I feel like Sly Guy would be the least likely to punch himself in the head repeatedly. But I would very happily not do any of that shit. We got to find out what's going on with Boban and Sly Guy. See how some of our old friends are doing now. One thing I did want to go over. Oh, wait. Lord Infinite dropping in with $1.99 super chat. Penguin, don't go broke. All right, we have a super chat fight between Penguin and Lord Infinite. Who will drop the most super chats by the end of the stream? Godspeed, both of you gentlemen. Wish I had more funny stuff on here to play. But something we can go over, an actual topic. We're an hour 45 in, when we can get to a topic now. Someone says Metallica is so overrated. They have 2 thrash albums. Lord Infinite says pound for pound Megadeth has always been better. If you want to talk like producing metal, sure, yeah. Bands I personally like, I do personally prefer Metallica over Megadeth. Just me. Not gonna fight. I'm not gonna die on that hill. But who is Sly Guy? I forgot. Man, I'm jealous. Sly Guy was the organizer of the Blue Ridge Rock Festival, the one that completely went to shit. And I think it was 2024. And he was trying to say, oh, it rained and it was hard, my bad. And then everyone was like, no, this was the most bullshit festival ever. And then he disappeared entirely. But we'll find him. Just like Maduro, we're just going to extract that motherfucker in the middle of the night. Next Wyatt's Metal podcast, I'm just going to pop up with John Sly and Boban wearing the Dr. Disrespect gear that Maduro was wearing. We got him, folks. But, so, we were talking about offensive shit a little bit. Always a controversial figure for very stupid reasons, I think. One thing to actually go over on this podcast. Alex Terrible of Slaughter to Prevail. It was always getting attacked for retarded reasons online. Posted a pretty long diatribe. Let's read the Russian version now. He went on a rant recently that I thought would be entertaining to go over. Because Slaughter to Prevail is one of those bands I don't listen to that often, but I do like Alex. He seems like a good dude. I think all the criticism of him is stupid. Sharon asks, what's the deal with Ronnie Radke and Tommy Lee's girlfriend? I don't fucking know at all. Ronnie disappeared from Instagram. That's interesting. But that bitch seems like a psychopath as well. Celebrity Deathmatch. That's what's happening. They're going to pop up on the remake of Celebrity Deathmatch. I was thinking when I saw that drama going on that we need to bring back Rock of Love, but with Ronnie Radke. And I think it'd be hilarious. It'd be instead of all these women like drooling over an old rock star, it'd be him pushing away like psychotic bitches. I don't know. Don't marry someone who's famous for Vine videos would be my recommendation. Anyway, Alex the Terrible posted this I wanted to go over. I often read comments on the internet. You can't take that away from me. I'm genuinely interested in what people write about our music under our reels. I think anyone who posts anything online reads comments about them at least a little bit. You shouldn't get hung up on it, but then you can't make dumbest comments of the year videos that everybody likes. And very often I see comments saying that we play boring music, that it's just breakdowns and not enough melody. I'm used to that. Take that how you will. I will say out of the breakdown focused bands, they're one of the ones I can stand a bit more. It's funny, people who love slam and deathcore and shit always say Slaughter to Prevail is a really mid band out of slam stuff. And I'm like, well, that might be why I kind of like them. Everyone has different musical tastes, and many people don't understand that we play a specific genre. At the same time, we don't want to put any boundaries on our creativity. We just do what we like. If you don't like our music or anyone else's, it doesn't mean it's bad. It simply means it's not for you. Then I started noticing that people often write that they think it's poser shit or, quote, gay bullshit that I made a fake scar. This is why I wanted to comment on this. That I'm trying to look tougher than I really am. I want to explain this moment. Alex is explaining his face scar on his face. I treat my appearance the same way I treat my art. I play with it and experiment. I want to look cool on stage, like a character from some video game. I'm a kid playing with this toy. It has nothing to do with my everyday real life. Listen, guys, most of you who write that I'm trying to look tough don't do what I do. Fight motherfucking bears. No, he didn't say that. I said that. And never will, because you don't have the guts. You didn't live the life I lived. You weren't in the conditions I was in. Now, I'm going to pause. We'll continue reading the rest of it, but the reason why this interested me is because of my comment right here. A metal musician is having to defend body modification to supposed heavy music fans. Because that's some of the flack he's gotten for. He has this scar because of either right wing or macho, whatever stuff. I just thought this was so ridiculous that it's at a point where a metal musician would even have to think to explaining to supposed metal fans why they have a body modification. I had friends who were doing like the scarring shit where you actually get it done. I personally think it's weird, but people do it. And no one was being like, oh, are you some poser, loser, gay bullshit? We're going to get to a point where people are going to claim to be metal fans and then argue about tattoos and be like, oh, you can't come to this concert because you have this certain tattoo. It's so ridiculous. Like, I'm not a big fan of Slog Prevail's music that much. I liked when I saw them at Milwaukee Metal Fest. But I do like that Alex calls out shit like this. I do think the shit he gets is insane. Think about it. The complaints he gets, like, why do you have that scar and tattoos and look all tough? This is shit that would be on like Jerry Springer, Oprah in 1989. Tattoos are lame and gay. There we go. Alex is so badass, though. He's actually a really smart guy. He seems like a good dude. And he's funny, and he mocks idiots, so I support that. Where did I leave off? Oh, I said you weren't in the conditions I was in, and I've never been proud of that, and I've never said I'm better than someone because I've lived through something that you didn't. I'm from a very small settlement in Russia. When many of you were going to schools with basketball courts, I was huffing paint and lighter gas at abandoned construction sites. Someone used to party back in the day. You probably don't even understand what I'm talking about. And then you see huffing gas. I mean, but he says, but believe me, I am a very kind, sensitive, and open person. I'm not tough. I just fight fucking bears. I'm very soft and naive, and I never pretend to be someone I'm not. My scar is just decoration, like a tattoo. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, I guess he is someone who's already had to defend having a fucking tattoo before, but... And if somehow that triggers you, ask yourself why. Maybe it's your own insecurities, guys. When people tell me I'm trying to act tough, I answer, not at all. I cry when I watch dramas, and I'm afraid of literally everything in this world. This reminded me of the scene from Airheads when it cuts to, and I was the editor of the school magazine. I answer absolutely. Oh, wait, wrong part. My bad. I'm not tough. When people say I'm a fascist or a homophobe, I answer absolutely not. I just have very dark humor, like, you know, most metal fans. And maybe only people with a broad worldview and strict self-regulation can understand that. When people say I support genocide, I answer absolutely not. I was fined and almost went to jail for my opinion, but at the same time, I deeply value and love my home. It's very easy to build an opinion about a person based on their words or their image on the internet, and that actually works in my favor. People talk about me and discuss me. Cool. A bit long. I agree with his overall point, though. But yeah, I just think it's so insane that a metal musician, slam core musician, whatever you want to call it, has to explain body modifications and tattoos and having dark humor. And you might think that maybe he's just focusing on certain retards in comment sections. But someone who counts as a retard in a comment section, I'm getting to it. Pause. Drum roll, please. Everyone take bets on who the dumbass retard is going to be. Oh, here we go. She had the wrong thing open. Dumbass retard is a regular popping up for this reason. Salty Greg of Metal Injection. The absolute fucking losers of metal journalism. Everyone. Wait, where am I? Everyone.
Boo this man!
So Metal Injection posted an article on that exact same thing. For the most part, it's just them quoting the article, but Salty Greg had to throw in his 2 cents. Right here. Terrible also addressed more serious allegations, including claims that he's a fascist, homophobe, or supports genocide, to which he said, when people say I'm fascist, homophobe, absolutely not. I just have very dark humor. Greg from Metal Injection says, which ... is probably not the stance anyone should take. Yeah, I just have dark humor. All right, but people probably don't know that about you, and they think you're being serious. Metal Injection doesn't understand metal musicians having dark humor. It's probably not a stance anyone should take that they like dark humor. Now I'm going to go listen to Cannibal Corpse stripped, raped, and strangled, wear my butchered at birth shirt, look at my cattle decapitation posters. Shut the fuck up, God. I used to think Metal Injection was like the actual news of metal. No, it's just stupid, lame complainers who barely even like metal at all. If they do. Yeah, that's just a stupid thing to say. I came from a time where you'd see Manson on daytime TV with a swastika, or Ozzy clearly on drugs, like trashing a newsroom, people doing crazy, hilarious shit, and everyone laughed at it. How can you be like this and listen to songs about raping dead babies? My channel's destroyed now, thanks for that, but that's always been my thought. These stupid motherfuckers are like, oh my God, Alex Terrible and Ronnie Radke are so offensive. I'm going to go listen to Anal Cunt now. Shut up. Imagine if Salty Greg actually says the wildest shit in his free time and then goes and says this to get paid. He probably does. A lot of these people do. I don't know for sure anyone from like Metal Injection or a specific news site to call out. So that wouldn't surprise me. I've heard of some like concert organizers or like festival organizers who did put on the whole shtick of, no, we got to be sensitive and inclusive and welcoming, and then fucking or douchebags behind the scene. We got a super chat from Lord Infinite dropping a $4.99. Dude, thank you. You guys are fucking rad. Salty Greg tried selling me Fent behind a Bojangles. I believe it. I believe it. Metal Injection's not getting the traction like it used to. Got to make money somehow. Metal Injection is actually a front for selling fentanyl. It's such a retarded thing to say. Don't clip that. That was a joke. I'm stupid. Shut up. Frank Godla is the only one I really like from Metal Injection. Frank Godla was on the channel one time. That was funny. I don't think he's really a fan of the channel anymore. But oh well. I'd rather be honest than have connections. Sick Rick with a $6.99 super chat. Says metal injection has become so libtarded over the years, they are cringe. Yeah, I noticed that. That was my problem, especially lately. They were doing some that were insane. I made a video on, they did one on Frankie from Amur that had nothing to do with music whatsoever. It only talked about the Irish election coming up and how, oh wait, I might be mixing that with David Draymond. There was two stories. There was one story about Frankie from Amur, one story about David Draymond that was literally just going off on them about politics, nothing to do with music, not anything at all. And I was like, what is this horseshit? Yeah, they have fallen apart. I genuinely don't look at them anymore unless I want to see like what dumb things have been. You know, I'll see online they post a headline that's really retarded. Craig seems like a sleep token listener. Yep. Slip Kitty Share Bear says, did you shave? No. You might want to adjust your eyesight. $5 super chat from OG Penguin. Again, dude, you are funding my channel throughout the year. I'm going to retire now. I'm rich, buying lottery tickets. Says, I don't listen to Falling in Reverse because Ronnie Radke just sucks. I don't care if he's offensive. I listen to Ted Nugent. I don't agree with him. What do you mean by sucks then, if you mean by offensive? Just in terms of like how he acts or performance-wise? Because I'm assuming you're just saying, yeah, talking about Uncle Ted, that you don't mean like, oh, he's mean, but I'm asking for more clarification. Is Metal Injection as cringe as Nurgle from Behemoth? They're way cringer. Nurgle very rarely goes on stupid political rants. He has like once or twice, but it's not a constant. But yeah, my thing has always been when it comes to Alex Terrible and Ronnie Radke, I don't have a problem at all with people not liking their music and just being like, it's not for me, not my style. Fine. But when people freak out about, you know, the retarded things online of, they are literally Nazi, transphobe, fascist, racist, something, blah, da, 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 da. That's what I think is fucking retarded. If you're just like, I think the music sucks, then by sucks, I mean his music just sucks, and I bring up Ted as an example that I don't care if he's offensive or not. See? That is a completely understandable criticism take on Falling in Reverse, I think. I can't be like, no, you have to like their songs, you know? Gamer Crew says, I don't like Alex Terrible's music, but it's cool as fuck. He wrestled a bear. Oh, yeah. I saw some people commenting saying he's an animal abuser. I'm like, you are literally stupid. The bear that he wrestles, for anyone who doesn't know, is named Tom the Bear. He's basically an attraction in Russia. People pay to take pictures with him and wrestle him. He was raised around humans. He probably abandoned or had some issue, but yeah, I would never do that shit. I will never wrestle a bear. That sounds fucking terrifying. Very cool and funny to watch, but no. So someone said, suffocation sucks. That's going a little far. Damn. Also, his bare knuckle boxing fight was cool. That was brutal. I remember seeing the picture of his face and it's like, ugh. That's just an average Russian hobby. That's just what they do. Some places have tea break. Russians have bear fights. Pretty sure a fucking bear can defend itself against some dude. Yeah, that's what Alex was explaining in a video, was that Alex can use all of his strength and barely hurt that bear. The bear can use half of its strength and rip Alex in half. The bear is fucking fine. Didn't that bear break one of Alex's teeth? I don't know about that. That would be brutal as shit. Slip Kitty Share Bear says, I think Ronnie sucks so much because he doesn't appreciate his fans from what I see and just rude. Ted at least will be nice to his fans. I don't know about that. I've seen a bunch of people doing like meet and greets or like behind the scenes videos saying that Ronnie's a good guy then. I think he just really flips shit whenever someone leaves a little hate comment online. Sometimes he definitely goes far. Sometimes. That might be why he currently doesn't have an Instagram at the moment, but he definitely goes loud and hard at times where maybe I wouldn't take that exact route, but there's also, I think, just as many videos of him being really cool to people. That said, I will stand my ground on the shows that were canceled that people had big drama about, the whole lamb goat thing. I do feel for the fans who had the show suddenly canceled because the tickets would be refunded. That's cool, but a lot of people could have booked hotels, took time off work, did other things that you can't get the money back. That I think is shit. So in that case, I really do feel for fans on that level. But as someone who deals with a lot of fucking retards, not every comment is from fans. But that is one thing that, the sudden concert cancellations do fuck over people, even if you get ticket refunds. I mean, there have been times where bears have straight up tanked gunshots. I think bear is completely fine. Yeah. People are stupid. The people who are saying that are scrawny little woke white people with dyed hair and nose piercings who have never been in a fight. Are like, oh, you're gonna hurt the poor bear. Yeah. Rage Mage says, ever been to Texas before? Also, no homo, but you noticed you shaved the stash. Not bad. Why are you gay? I gotta put that on here so you can use that. I've been to Texas once. I had an old job where I once had to drive a box truck from Houston, Texas, back to LA. That was a fun adventure. Didn't really see any of Texas, but I will when I go out to Hell's Heroes this year. So I think people just suck in general. We all kind of suck. Agreed. Everyone has something lame about them and something cool about them. OG Penguin dropping in with the 5, saying, also, don't worry about my financial state. This is being funded by a high school part-time job where I get paid 12 or 16.20 Canadian an hour. I also have no expenses. Hey! Well, feel free to drop more super chats. I will not deny any. Hang on, I'm dying. Someone asked, what is my cat's name? Wow, new to the channel. The cat's name is Rocket. He's named after the Elton John song Rocket Man, because when I rescued him, I was at a car shop getting an oil change, and he came running into the store while that song was playing. And it was the metal god Lemmy telling me you got to name him Rocket Man. Do you have any canceled concert stories? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. Nothing big comes to mind. Every concert in 2020. There you go. Yeah, I think we all have a canceled concert story, don't we? All around the same time. Yeah, when all of the concerts worldwide were canceled. I missed. Where am I? Kinky Sizemore asks, do you have a consistently bad movie you find yourself watching at least once a year? One that I always liked since I was young, I don't know what that says, is Santa's Sleigh. It's a great movie where Santa was only nice because he'd lost a bet to an angel, and the bet's up, and he just goes around killing people. It's fucking hilarious. Oh, Rocket's awake. What are you doing? What's your favorite bad movie, Rocket? Who Let the Dogs Out? That's right. Air Bud. He watches Air Bud and laughs. I mean, there's great classic bad movies. Santa's Sleigh stands out, though. I was going to say Christmas-minded, so I was going to say Krampus, but it's actually a good movie. Like, it's well done. It's hilarious and silly, but it's great. Oh shit! OG Penguin dropping in again. $2 super chat. I have one Kiss on their farewell tour 2020. Oh, they canceled the tour or the show, and you never got to saw them again. And that was the end of the line. They'll never perform ever again. Oh, Josh L says I was supposed to see Marduk numerous times. Those are my stories. Yeah, there's one where I was going to see, I think, Watain and Marduk in San Francisco Bay Area, and that's when Antifa started, and they canceled the show because they said the band were Nazis, and that's when I started hating left. It took away my black metal shows. OG Penguin says, oh my god, I love that movie. Goldberg is in the movie, right? Yeah, Goldberg is Santa in Santa's Sleigh. He kills people with the stars on trees and candy canes. He kills that bitch Nanny in the very beginning. Is that the one where he bursts through the fireplace in the intro? Yep. Santa's Sleigh. Fucking great movie. I would try to play some, but probably won't work. But I'll pull up the picture. Why, Rocket? Oh, Rocket wants food. Yeah. This is Santa's Sleigh, starring Goldberg. We're talking about very important things, Rocket. Go see this movie. I mean, you can probably find it for free somewhere. It's literally Santa just killing people in hilarious ways. It's so good. Xander says, Manson canceled on me earlier last year. Stood out in the cold for 4 hours, and he canceled right as the doors were meant to... Damn. Traveled to London to see him half a year later, so it's all good. That sucks, though. Jesus. See, that's what I mean. Like, you might get the concert ticket money back, but you won't get money back from traveling there, the time spent, taking time off of work or whatever. So I don't believe that anyone just cancels the show just because they'd feel like, playing League of Legends instead. But obviously, there's a lot going into it, but that I do feel for the fans on that level. Xander says, tried to see Priest in 21, canceled due to medical, went to the rescheduled show that following April, canceled 10 minutes to opening. Rob was sick, finally saw them later that year. Wow. At least they finally came back, but damn. I would be pissed. I mean, it seems, legitimate. I'm sure it wasn't Rob just being like, yeah, I want to, but that would be brutal as a fan. Lord Infinite, the 199 super chat says, feed to kitty. No. Motherfucker asked for food so early. Hours before. He's just whining for food. He sounds like he's starving when he's fat. Pizza or lasagna? Pizza. Hands down. Always down for pizza. We got OG Penguin became a new member. Doing it big. Hell yeah. Thank you, sir. Can I cancel a David Lee Roth tour this year? I mean, you can try. Only if you believe. Oh, that's another one that is a bad Christmas movie, but I genuinely really like it, and it's now one that I'll watch every year. It came out recently. Violent Night. That's what it's called. With David Harbour as Santa, and it's Die Hard with Santa. It's Santa Claus is delivering presents. He's like burnt out on the job, but then one of the places he's delivering presents to gets taken over and held hostage, and he has to be the Bruce Willis and kill everyone. It's a great movie. Really, really good. Highly recommend that one. Oh my god, my cat used to be the same, but he was the size of 6 cats put together. I hope you don't get that way. Holy shit. You're already huge. Yeah, every morning around like 2 or 3 a.m., Rocket will be in my face, waking me up, demanding food. Ridiculous. See? Someone said Rocket is so chunky. No, he's not. He's supposed to be a skinny little baby. So he's been going off to college. On the dumbest comments on your page, the last one was fucking hilarious, by the way. Yeah, watch the whole video on that. The most unhinged comment ever. The separate video on that. It's much longer than what was mentioned in the latest video. Yeah, that dude was commenting for a little bit on the channel. Every single one was super unhinged. And then he probably OD'd or something. I don't know. He disappeared. Amanda Hug and Kiss says, rewriting this in 2024, I was supposed to see King Diamond live. 10 minutes after I woke up, one of my friends told me the news, which pissed me off because I paid around $400 for VIP. Fuck! Was that the tour that was having a lot of cancellations? Yeah, because King Diamond's, I think it was most recent tour. Unfortunately, tickets just were not selling well, and they canceled a whole bunch of shows. Which sucks because I love King Diamond. Worship King Diamond. But the fact was, I guess he just was not selling this last tour. Which hurts to hear. Wyatt, for the love of Lemmy, please get a new chair. Guess what, motherfuckers? I have a new chair. I got myself a new chair. Because Rocket has killed that one to the point where all the screws are falling out of it and I couldn't use it anymore. Ask and you shall receive. New chair. No scratches. Except now Rocket heard and can come over. Rocket can keep the other one and scratch it up all he wants, but I got a new motherfucking chair. We're doing it big in 2026. We're making good decisions. Good, healthy decisions. Obligatory workout comment. Obligatory.
Move this man!
Tell Rocket to pay you back. He really should. That chair was only a couple months old before he came in and murdered it. Yeah. Right? Whatever. Amanda says, also, thank you, Wyatt, for keeping me entertained during this period of my life. Suffocation! I'm glad people enjoy the insanity that I have to witness. So is the old chair just a Rocket toy now? Pretty much. I mean, it's still there and can be used. So if there's ever people here, then they can sit in it. But for now, yeah. So far, he's not scratched a new chair at all. I'm going to try to keep it that way. Hopefully, he knows that that one can just be his. Rage Mage asks, do you ever accept fan art from people? I'm a bit of an artist. I'd create some sick shit for you, bro. No charge, no shout out. Just want to do something cool for people. I mean, yeah, if anyone sends me anything, you're welcome to. That'd be cool. I don't think anyone's made any fan art of the Wyatt's Metal channel yet. No, if you want to do something like that, you're more than welcome to. That'd be rad. I'd show it off unless it sucks. Then I'll show it off and we'll laugh at it. But no, if anyone wants to do that, feel free. That's cool. When is Dark Insanity playing in South Florida? I don't know. I want to. when I escape California and we open up more places to perform at, then we can. I want to go play in South Florida right now for the Venezuelans. Bro, if you are a single white guy, go to a Venezuelan district wearing a shirt that says you're welcome. And you will have a great weekend. Right? Anyway. What? Meow? Look at what he's done to this couch, you bastard. Meow, meow. Yeah, you gonna say hi to the people again? Oh. Say hi again. You only ever look like this when you're on camera. Yeah, there you go. Try to kiss the ring, bitch. What are we doing? Anything exciting happening in the world right now? Escaping California because the stench of ripped to shreds is getting too strong. Yeah, pretty much. Venezuelan goth titties. They exist. Man, if I learned anything in the last 48 hours is that Venezuelan women are fucking hot. That's if I've taken away anything from the news going on in the world lately. It's that there are some baddies in Venezuela. You are so demanding. Yeah. Anyway, do we have anything else to cover right now? Where'd that go? What is the goriest film you've seen or what you think has the most gore? I'm not a gore porn fan. Like, if you're like, oh, this movie is so brutal and so much blood, I'm like, that's not enough to sell me. But I don't know, I think of ridiculous shit, like early 80s stuff where it has intense blood everywhere. Cut off an arm and shooting gushers. Like, I don't know. What has the most gore? Someone said Hacksaw Ridge. Haven't seen that. I would probably like it, but I haven't seen it. A war film that just came out recently called Warfare is apparently like super good and realistic, but I haven't seen that one. Just saying, feed me. He's just staring at me. Cradle of Filth update. At the moment, I don't think there is one. They're figuring it out with court stuff. Oh, I did find something funny, though. It's not with the case specifically, but give me a second. Oh, yeah, here it is. So, check what I found. I don't know if anyone's going to know this new metal lore, but this was shared with me recently. A song called Enemy by the band Seven Dust. If you read over here, the song Enemy was written and largely sung by Morgan Rose, who was then married to the bass guitarist of Coal Chamber. According to Rose, this song by Seven Dust is a diatribe directed toward Coal Chamber's frontman Dez, the manager of Cradle of Filth. Enemy was originally called Pez, a derogatory nickname Rose had for Farvara. Regarding the nickname itself, Rose explained, "We called him that because I used to say I want to take this dude's head and pull it back and rip his tongue out of his neck." There's metal hate songs. That song is about the person in the world that I hate more than Saddam Hussein. Rose said it was good to be able to get that stuff off my chest because I was able to express myself without doing anything stupid that would get me in trouble. Rose held such rancor for Favavara because of the way he allegedly treated Foss Rose during her time in Coal Chamber. But Rose also stated his anger turned out to be really good song. Seven Dust guitarist Johnny Connolly also expressed strong dislike for Favara. It's been no secret that Favara is a dick. Actually, I might have some more dirt I can find you. Give me a moment. I'm making you wait, Rocket. Yeah, that's so funny. Rage Mage, my wife says hello. Greetings from Lake Jackson, the city of old people built by old people for old people. Shout out to the old people. Metal was made by old people. So we appreciate it. You can tell Rocket is awake now and wants food. Typo negative toward the Cradle of Filth. Peter used to tell the crowd Danny might come out and bite his ankles. Let me see. This might take a second, but now it's buried. Perhaps I can find a different search. I'm looking at something. Hang on. I promise it will be fun. Here it is. Look at this. We got a compilation of villains of the channel. Oh yeah. Did you guys know that in apparently 2007? Okay. At Metal Camp, Slovenia, Danny Filth was apparently arrested. Did you guys know that? Because I didn't know that. I didn't look at this article yet, but this is from 2007. This was that before Little Bo Prick took over? Yes, it was. Ah. The organizers of this year's 2007's Metal Camp Festival, which took place July 6th, who cares, in Pennsylvania, playing there this year, have released a statement regarding the rumor that Cradle of Filth frontman Danny Filth was arrested following the band's performance. According to a report posted on the Romanian website, metalhead.ro, Danny, in a state of advanced drunkenness, grabbed several portable fans, the kind used to control ventilation, from the stage and threw them at the security guards and the audience, which caused the crowd to start booing him. As a result, the group's concert was cut short by 4 songs and the band quietly left the stage. How come I never heard about this? Following statement from Metal Camp representative Anna Lipek, who was probably screwed over by Little Bo Prick. So this, I'm quite sure that this is not a bad person from Metal Days, Metal Camp, Little Bo Prick, so don't mix that up. They said since the Cradle of Filth performance was shortened by just a couple songs, we didn't go out with any official statement. However, some rumors have begun to spread and it's time to tell the truth. Oh, I'm very curious. I bet Danny Filth probably pressured them to say something. Cradle of Filth arrived to Tolman on Thursday, one day before their performance. Since we are good friends with Danny and crew, it was a very happy reunion. Everyone was in very good mood. At the atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. The next day, Cradle of Filth started with the usual festival duties, such as interviews and press conferences and photo sessions, and of course, performed the main stage. I guess the best explanation is that Danny just had a bad moment and was not in the best mood. I've heard that this happens a lot. However, it was never his intention to act against his fans. Later on, he explained the group set was shortened by 3 songs because of This is a lie. This is not true. They were telling this because Danny Filth and management told them this 100%. I guarantee this. What really happened? Drum roll, please. Danny Filth has hacked in. He's trying to shut down this podcast. So what happened was, I use the shorter one. In a state of advance, same thing. Strayed to throw the scene ventilators and security forces in the audience, making the public hooting him. This is even worse than what I said before. The band retired quietly from the stage. Danny was the only one left on stage, trying to break the floodlights in order to throw them away. Is anyone else seeing Danny rage out in person? It's not a rare event, apparently. But yeah, apparently Danny Filth was arrested in Slovenia in 2007. That's funny. So that's fun. Add more credibility to everything is always everyone else's fault. I love that their explanation was, I guess he was in a bad mood. There's your update. Slip Kitten Share Bear says, home time later until we meet again, Mr. Wyatt. Take care. Have a great time. Do metal stuff. Did I miss any more super chats? I think I missed this $5 super chat from 16 Voyeur. Just says Inferno Moss Shred. Hell yeah. Right on. Thank you for the super chat. All right, what are we talking about here? Drunkenness for the advanced. Oh, shit. Where? Shit, I'm way off. Dez was super cool with me. You were never signed to him, were you? Danny's going to need a ladder to stand in court. They put up a little step still. Oh, man. Hey, Dark Disciple, guitars for Disciples of Death and Dark Insanity. Shout out, bro. New single coming out very, very soon. Speaking of that, do you have anything else to go over? Not really. I don't have anything else of mine to talk about. No one mentioned what they want their next video to be, so I guess there's going to be no more videos. We're done. Oh, wait. Yeah, not signed to him. Nope. Yep, there you go. Doing some digging, I've heard some stories from various people that, yeah, not great times with him. All right. It's Rocket's food time. I might have to take off and do other shit. Next video on the channel, I'm not sure what it will be. I have a couple things written down. Ideas were either my top festivals. Oh, I got written down top 10 bands that I never liked, that are popular metal bands that everyone will hate me for. That could be fun. Someone mentioned before metal musicians with epic side jobs. That could actually be a really interesting video. I'm thinking best covers. I got lots of ideas, but it's just kind of picking one to do. Any ideas on new music video for Dark Insanity or anything you'd like to see, or what theme would it be? We've talked about that a little bit. I personally like live videos where it's the fans and the band going crazy. I don't particularly like videos where it's trying to do some story or there's some really like shit effects or whatever, but I don't know. I want to just do a video of like at Terminator and shows we've done and mix it together. That would probably be the first video, but we'll see. Maybe we'll do some fucking like Michael Bay music video sometime. I know Queen aren't metal, but Brian May is a fucking astronomer. Damn. That makes sense. Yeah, I could see that. Wyatt, have you ever listened to... Oh, shit. Bestial Warlust. They're really underrated. No, I have no idea what that is. Amanda says, I made a suggestion for a video on the channel earlier in the stream. Do a tour of your battle vest. If it hasn't been done yet, sorry for spamming the suggestion. I've mentioned it before on the live stream, but... Damn, hang on one second. We haven't done a video on the vest just because I really don't have that much on it. I've got my festival wristbands, and that is interesting and cool. But besides that, I've got fucking Christ. I've got a Misfits patch. I've got a Vakken patch. I've got, like I said, all the wristbands from all the festivals I've been to. That's really the highlight. Arno Core patch. Punk and Roll patch. Grill 'em All patch. Brutal Burgers. Unleash the Archers patch. Because they're sick band. Then on the back, we have got Napalm Death, Motorhead, and it's a Slayer Raining Blood patch. That's your video for the tour. Very short tour. If you had a time machine and could walk around invisible, where and what time would you go to? I'd go to the Titanic and just walk around naked. Why not? First thing that came to mind. Hey, Unholy Death says, my vocalist is the same vocalist as the vocalist of Guillotine from Long Beach. Shout out to Guillotine. Sick band. Got the same Vakken 2011 patch. That's the one wristband I lost and isn't on here is Vakken 2011, but I had the patch, so thankfully it makes up for it if I could figure out how the fucking camera works. Anyway, I think that's pretty much everything. It's been an awesome time hanging out, chatting with everybody, doing a more free form show. Because, yeah, I literally had no topics. I had no idea what I was going to talk about, but this was a lot of fun. Just bouncing off, going on in random spiels. Rocket is angrily looking at me, demanding food. Right? Okay. But I think that's going to be it for this episode, the 100th episode of the Wyatt's Metal Podcast. Major shout out to everyone who was dropping super chats like crazy. Really appreciate it. Like, you guys are fucking rad. You know what? Let's just do one more time for all of the super chats. Let's do another 50 cal breakdown. Yeah. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I will see you all next week. I will have more videos for you very soon. Let's set an outro. You know what? It's the 100th episode outro. The song that plays here is what our new single is going to be, so you get a little taste of it. I'm going to let Trevor show you guys what it's like to see Dark Insanity live. Take care, everybody.
Thighs and belly.
Like I care.